Some houses don't just cost money. They rewrite the meaning of wealth, with price tags starting above $150 million and climbing past $300 million. These are the kinds of homes so rare and powerful that even billionaires can look, dream, and still walk away empty-handed. Number 7. One Hyde Park, London, UK. When an address is One Hyde Park, you are not just wealthy. You are global elite wealthy. This is the kind of rich where money stops being counted and starts being hidden. Sitting in the heart of Knightsbridge, right beside Hyde Park and the Mandarin Oriental, this building is not a home. It is a financial fortress disguised as real estate. One of its crown jewels is a penthouse priced around £175 million, a level of money even many billionaires quietly step away from. Owned by luxury developer Nick Candy, the apartment stretches across 2 floors and nearly 18,000 square feet of pure excess. 5 bedrooms, each with its own private bathroom, including a main suite, so large it feels like a private hotel, complete with 2 bathrooms and twin dressing rooms, built for wardrobes that never end. Inside, everything is controlled, polished, and silent. A glass fireplace anchors a massive living room. A cocktail bar waits for guests who arrive in chauffeurs' cars. There's a private cinema, a full spa complex, and a gym that rivals professional training facilities. Even staff live separately, and 4 cars disappear into secure underground parking without ever being seen. But One Hyde Park is not just about space. It is about power. Bulletproof glass, panic rooms, and security trained by British Special Forces protect residents who value privacy more than views. Most apartments are owned by corporations, not people, and many are rarely lived in. Developed by the Candy brothers alongside Sheikh Hamad bin Jassim bin Jaber Al Thani, this building became a symbol of modern wealth, where money parks itself quietly. With prices reaching over $11,000 per square foot, One Hyde Park is not designed for comfort alone. It is designed to be untouchable. Number 6. Repulse Bay, Hong Kong, China. On the south edge of Hong Kong Island, you are not buying a view. You are buying a status symbol the city can't copy. Repulse Bay is already famous, with a soft white beach, clear water, and a coastline lined with towers, where the richest people live behind security. But then you get to the home that reset the local ceiling. This is a single-family mansion linked to a reported price tag of about $280 million, the kind of number that makes even billionaires pause and do the math twice. It was finished in 2019, and it did not start as a normal dream home. In 2014, a developer bought a 5-story apartment building on the site, then rebuilt it into one private estate made for one owner and one level of wealth. The result is roughly 18,300 square feet, designed to feel like a private club that happens to have bedrooms. There are 11 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms, plus a private elevator, so you move through the house like a hotel guest, not a resident rushing upstairs. The entry is gated, the garden is landscaped like a resort, and the rooftop terrace opens up sweeping views over the skyline and the South China Sea. Inside, marble finishes and a grand double staircase turn the center of the home into a statement. Outside, the patio is built for scale, with space to host over 100 guests without the house ever feeling tight. And here's the real twist. In a city where luxury is everywhere, this is the rare place where the price is not about comfort. It is about owning the edge of the map. Number 5. Little Lake Lodge, Aspen, Colorado. At a certain level of wealth, buying a mansion is easy. Buying permission is not. Little Lake Lodge is not competing with Aspen Homes. It is competing with the idea of limits. Listed around $300 million, this 74-acre mountain compound is the most expensive home on the U.S. market, and it exists in a category where even billionaires slow down and think twice. The estate sits less than a mile from downtown, yet it feels like a private national park. Public land borders the property. The Rocky Mountains rise in every direction, and miles of groomed trails cut through forests that belong to one owner alone. A trout-filled lake stretches across the land. The Roaring Fork River runs through the edge of the property, and an 80-foot infinity pool is carved into the landscape, like it was always meant to be there. At the center is a massive main residence of more than 18,000 square feet, built to feel solid, quiet, and permanent rather than flashy. The home includes 18 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms, a 2-story great room, a rustic den with a wet bar, a glass-walled sunroom, and a kitchen built around a professional 15-burner wolf range. An indoor spa adds another layer of retreat, while multiple guest and staff residences keep the estate running without ever disturbing the main house. What truly sets this property apart is permission. In a county famous for strict limits, this estate comes with approval for a second megahome, a privilege almost no one ever gets. Reportedly owned by Stuart Resnick and Linda Resnick, this is not just a home. It is land, power, privacy, and time locked into one address. Number 4. Larry Ellison's Hawaiian Island. If the richest houses on Earth are meant to feel unreal, then this one goes a step further and becomes geography. This is not a mansion behind gates. This is Lanai, a full Hawaiian island that functions like a private estate, quietly owned almost in its entirety by Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle. In 2012, Ellison paid roughly $300 million to acquire about 98% of the island's land, turning 90,000 acres into something closer to the world's most expensive residence. Think of Lanai as a luxury home without walls. The bedrooms are entire towns. The amenities are infrastructure. Ellison controls the island's 2 Four Seasons resorts, the golf courses carved into volcanic cliffs, the water company, the power systems, the airport connection, and much of the housing where residents live. Instead of marble hallways, there are miles of coastline. Instead of a private garden, there are red dirt trails, pine forests, and empty beaches that feel untouched by time. Inside this house, luxury is quiet and absolute. 5-star resorts operate like living rooms for the global elite, rebuilt from the ground up with spa villages, oceanfront villas, and wellness programs designed to feel precise, controlled, and insulated from the outside world. Sustainability projects, renewable energy plans, and high-end agriculture replace the usual trophies of gold fixtures and crystal chandeliers, signaling wealth that no longer needs to shout. This is property ownership pushed to its final form. No billionaire can casually buy a home like this, because this home is an island, a town, and an economy at once. Number 3. Yusaku Maezawa's residence, Azabudai Hills, Tokyo. At the very top of Tokyo's newest and most ambitious skyline rises a home that feels less like an apartment and more like a private universe in the sky. This is the penthouse owned by Yusaku Maezawa, located inside the Aomon residences at Azabudai Hills, a development that has redefined what extreme luxury means in Japan. Valued at around 30 billion yen, or well over $200 million, this residence is now considered one of the most expensive homes ever sold in the country. The location alone explains part of the price. Set in Minato-ku, one of Tokyo's most powerful and exclusive districts, the building rises above embassies, business centers, and cultural landmarks. From this height, the city becomes a backdrop, carefully framed through floor-to-ceiling glass, quiet and distant despite the energy below. Inside, the home is designed not as a showpiece, but as a controlled environment of calm and precision. The interiors were created by Yabu Pushelberg, with soft textures, rare materials, and perfect proportions guiding every space. The centerpiece is a massive living room that functions as a private museum, filled with museum-grade artworks and collectible furniture worth hundreds of millions of yen. Every object is chosen, not decorative, but intentional. This is not a home built to impress guests for a weekend. It is built to protect privacy, store culture, and quietly signal power. Most billionaires can buy mansions. Very few can buy a place that resets an entire country's idea of what the ultimate home looks like. Number 2. Caesarea, Israel. On Israel's Mediterranean coast sits Caesarea, a place where luxury homes are not designed to impress a crowd, but to remove their owners from the world entirely. Here, the most expensive estates are not flashy skyscrapers or urban penthouses, but vast seaside villas hidden behind gates, palm trees, and layers of security. Prices regularly reach tens of millions of shekels, and at the top end, money alone is not enough to gain access. These homes stretch across enormous plots, often exceeding 1,000 square meters, with interiors that feel closer to palaces than houses. 5 or more ensuite bedrooms open into halls with soaring ceilings. marble floors, and handcrafted finishes imported from Europe. Many estates follow classical Baroque or Rococo styles, filled with fountains, Roman-style sculptures, gold-accented moldings, and custom furniture designed for the house alone. Inside, luxury continues without pause. Private cinemas, wine rooms, billiard halls, fitness centers, and full spa zones with saunas and indoor pools turn daily life into a resort experience. Outside, landscape gardens wrap around infinity pools, outdoor kitchens, and terraces overlooking the Mediterranean, where sunsets feel staged. This is a place trusted by presidents, prime ministers, and global elites, including figures like Benjamin Netanyahu. In Caesarea, a house is not just expensive, it is rare, protected, and almost impossible to replace, which is exactly why even billionaires struggle to own one. Number 1. Shakespeare Ranch, Glenbrook, Nevada. Set deep inside the guarded shoreline of Glenbrook, on the eastern edge of Lake Tahoe, Shakespeare Ranch is not just a house, but a private landholding on a scale that almost no individual can recreate. Spread across 130 acres with direct lake access, this off-market estate carries a price near $188 million, instantly placing it among the most expensive residential properties on Earth. The estate unfolds like a self-contained world. Multiple lakefront residences sit across the land, including a main house with a waterside cabana, a larger modern home under construction, additional guest structures, and a massive historic entertainment barn rebuilt into a social hub with a wine room, game spaces, and commercial-grade kitchens. Beyond the homes, the ranch opens into working grounds with stables, tack rooms, rodeo facilities, and wide grazing meadows designed for horses to move freely. Luxury continues at the shoreline. The property offers roughly 425 feet of private frontage and one of the longest piers on Lake Tahoe, stretching deep into the water with multiple boat lifts and private buoys, allowing year-round boating without compromise. Swimming, sailing, and horseback riding exist side by side, framed by alpine peaks and crystal-clear water. In a region already favored by tech titans and billionaires, this estate stands alone. Shakespeare Ranch is not defined by finishes alone, but by scale, privacy, and permanence. If these prices shocked you, wait until you realize how many of these homes will never be owned twice. Drop a comment with the one you choose. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more stories the ultra-rich rarely want seen.